Welcome back to the BMW 2002 Touring Restoration Project. We've settled for the 4-speed box, and now it's basically the same thing as doing dishes. Got to clean everything up, make sure it's all very nice and clean, and get it ready to go back together. Got some new bearings over there, and yeah, after doing some dishes, we'll be good to put it back together. We've spent days cleaning everything and cleaning everything up, making sure that the box is all nice and clean. It's been sandblasted, all the grease removed, same with all the parts. This thing was one dirty box. So you're just putting the jigsaw back together, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Basically, this is not the box out of the car. The box out of the car had a munted output shaft, wasn't it?
Output shaft.
And a munted output shaft, so we've gone with this 4-speed that's out of, I'm guessing, an E30. Oh, so, yeah, E30 with an M10 in it.
Box, so.
But the part number on it, I can't actually find out what it's actually from. So anyway, so there's the two boxes we're not going to use. This box is in awesome condition. We've got all new bearings for it and seals. The only downside is it's got a bit of a munted reverse gear. Is that around? Or was it in the box? Right. Oh, did you clean them up or just put them back in?
No, I don't want to take any more material off.
Yeah, because there's nothing sticking out, so to speak, is there?
Just there, if you can see that. Two little chips.
Yeah, so there's a couple of digs in there on that gear and the other gear, like the opposing gear. But we're going to live with that for now. We'll see how it goes. It's only reverse. All the other gears are mint. Sychros are mint. Yeah, so it's just putting this puzzle back together. Nice and
free.
Right, so the speedo worm drive thing is pressed back on.
And there's your shaft. The bearing goes on the front where the clip holds it on. This bearing goes into the back of the housing, and then this gets pushed on there, and a nut up behind it, and that's what holds that bearing in place there.
It goes on last, doesn't it? It goes on the outside.
That's on the outside afterwards.
Give that a nice paint up.
So what we have to do now, I've got to go on there and there. Come on, like that, and they go on the shafts like that. And you have to slide all this on, all in one bit. Basically, this little unit has got to go in there with those all at the same time. That is very, very unhappy. That is not at all happy.
That seems to be the way it goes. If you look at the drawing, look at that flat. It should sit in the same.
That's right, those two sit like that next to each other, and that's correct. But this fork here is not correct. It just doesn't feel right.
Is it in there properly?
Yeah, it's all in there, and that's lined up with that.
Is that in the right spot?
Yeah, they're all lined up. That's all lined up. It's just this doesn't. No, that really doesn't feel very nice.
Yeah. Keep going.
No, it's the ball's gonna. Hang on. Right.
So let's just take it off here and just check that.
Right, that's okay on there. Just drop a bit of oil down under there, that's it. Now this is fucking way... Put your hand over that hole so the ball don't jump out. It did.
This selector rod here has actually got a bit of a bend in it, and it's causing a bit of an issue going back together, so just got it in here to try and straighten it up. I'm just going to whack a dial gauge on it and see how far it is out. Hopefully we can get it straight enough so it's all good to put back in. Is that 0.1 millimeters?
Yeah.
So that's the high right there. Right there. Is that the high or the low? No, that's the low.
Hang on.
Is that going backwards?
Yeah, that's the low.
Yeah.
So
0 is the high.
just there.
Well, you halved it. You went from 0.1 mil to 0.05 mil. That's really soft, isn't it?
It is.
Surprisingly soft material. We may have to check the other one because it was a bit tight when it came out.
That's as fucking close as you're gonna get that.
Right, now check each end because that's where we might also have an issue. That's the high bit.
Next to bugger all.
Yeah, but where does the bend start?
Right, that's the low spot there.
Yeah, but if it starts here,
Yeah,
you need to support that and then hit it.
Yeah.
Because that was... Just unplug it on, let's just spin it up with speed and see what happens.
What I want to do is undo that and undo that. Right, the only place we're going to get a reading .
0.2 mils difference. So these are the things that slow you down when you're doing rebuilds and restorations and shit. Just random shit like this. That's why it takes most people 5 years to get a car done.
Yeah, the bend is in this end, which is why we've got the problems we've got.
Yeah, it's about just over 0.2 mil, which is quite a bit.
Right. So
Find the high point.
it's got to go same direction as that. So, oh, that made a big difference. It's as soft as shit.
Wow. Just move right to the end. Just give that a crack.
That was just that little.
That little tap.
Yeah.
What the fuck's that made out of? Shouldn't that be hardened steel?
I don't know, but it's as soft as.
Oh, there you have it. A slight little tap. Unless it's just moving in the jaws.
No, it can't. There's no way it's going to move in these jaws.
Turn it, turn it, turn it.
Even the jaws have marked it.
Oh well, just got to give that a clean up and see if that will go back in easier. Never easy. Hey, there's always something that gets in the fucking way. That's why when you're doing this kind of shit, you got to have an open mind and be mentally prepared for anything. Well, after some bending and pushing and twisting and pulling, some swear words and not enough tea, it now goes in and out like it should. Let's slap that on, put it all together and see if it moves freely. These are extremely soft. And they actually look like hardened steel, but they're definitely not.
No. That's better. And that sits there like that. Much better.
So what moves this shaft? Is it that selector?
The other one on the other side.
Yeah.
Right, that goes in there. When you get it all built, you put the pins in, but you don't put the pins in until it's all built. Right, so that goes there, that goes there. There's another one goes on this shaft, and a pin goes through it. Pin goes through there, pin goes through there, pin goes through this one. Right, but this shaft doesn't have a slot in it like this does, because it drives this bit, and you can see where it's worn a little bit on the edges. Was there must have been a washer or something underneath that.
It shows a washer.
Yeah.
Just a normal washer. It'll be quite manky.
Yeah, it's a wobbly washer. It's that one.
Spring washer, yeah.
Don't move.
Oh, hang on. I'm gonna hold it. Since that one's so fucking prone to bending.
That one goes in that one.
For the selector shaft.
And that goes in there. And that's the actual main shaft coming from
From the gear stick.
from the gear stick. Right, that's reverse. And that should spin. And if it don't,
You're on the cogs on the.
no, that should be all right. That should spin. It doesn't, which means we may have to take it all apart again to find out why.
Hit that with a hole punch or something.
Yeah, I'm going to just flatten that out. Flatten that. Right.
It's got to go towards you. What's reverse doing? Let's just stick that down. Yeah, like that.
I'll give that. That's better. important tip using a torque wrench. When you finish using it, immediately take the pressure off of the setting, otherwise you'll distort the spring that's inside it and it won't give you an accurate reading. So far so good. Okay, big washer. Give it another little.
I mean, it looks high. I'm guessing it should be uniform area.
No, the back edge is thicker than the front. No, that's definitely in. And then that's got its. You can do up these and do up the ones at the other end. Right, that's all free.
It's got a little bit tighter
Let's have a feel.
than what it was, but it's still.
It's okay. Just tighten up those ones and see if it changes. No, didn't change.
Right.
We're not going to use that. That's something out of the later.
Well, I don't know what
systems.
model that's out of. If that's out of, because even the E30s don't have that. So it must be out of like something that went into a country that was regulated for it.
Yeah. It's one of those can't start in gear things.
Mm. But it all works fine as a whole blocker. Well, you could probably do this one up, couldn't you? Leave this one up.
Yeah, you could probably do that one up if you wanted to. What's name? A new slave cylinder.
Oh,
Because I don't think that one that
That's-
came off it is any good.
pretty rotten.
I don't think there's any point in putting seals in it. You might as well just put a new.
Just get a new one.
And you just want a bit of, you know, Loctite stuff.
Agencies or
No,
not?
sorry, Loctite you want on that. But you've got to do it up with the big gun.
Okay,
air
sure.
powered.
Are we doing that now or do you want to leave it?
No, I'll leave that till later. I'll just put it on the threads for now and then we'll leave it and do that up later.
That's the gearbox done. So, there we have it. It's a 4-speed Getrag. I guess it's a 242. Rebuilt with new bearings, new seals. A couple of issues on the reverse gear, a few chips in it and stuff. And first, a couple of little notches out of
One
first.
tiny little notch out of first.
Yeah, so not too bad. We're quite happy with it considering this is really our only option at the moment. So really stoked that's back together. We're going to go put this in storage and bring around an engine and kind of repeat the same process with the engine. Strip it, clean it, and rebuild it and hopefully get an engine out of one. But with the engine, we've got a little bit more work to do because we have to set up all the injection. So we have to put into, well, we have two engines. We have one that's carved, one that's injected. And we're going to build one out of the two. But then we can get to look at the turbo and the manifold and how all that stuff is going to work in the car. Awesome. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.